With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Denver. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the jump. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Cup 19. Cup Buffalo 18. Ready.
Vic operating on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
To throw, Vic. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vic. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Straight ahead, ETN. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
Jab 60, jab 60.
2nd and 6.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's Vic. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Let's go now. Ready.
So here's Vic following the interception. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. London. 46 yards. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Buffalo 18, 65 cat, 65 cat, Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Vic now. And his throw here's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Big Lion. Let go.
Throwing, Vic. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Vic. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Vic.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
17-0 our score after 1.
The score Falcons 17, Broncos nothing.
2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Okay, ready? 18, Pioneer. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, Trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Michael Vick. Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd
18,
and
Rattler,
7.
18, Rattler. Ready?
On 3rd down, Vick. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
Come 19,
First
Buffalo
and 10 at
18.
the 39-yard line.
65 cat, 65 cat. Ready, ready?
Vick to throw it. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Broncos first
They'll
down.
throw again. Here's Vick.
And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler, 18.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
Vic readies to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now here's Vic. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Vic. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've got their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Vic. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Etienne is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now receiver in motion left.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Vic to throw on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And J.J. Jackson picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. Now he's loose at the 40. Now they can't bring him down. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Frank Gore, 95 yards. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Jackson now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Cup 19, Cup Buffalo 18. Check it.
A second down throw for Vic. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
60 Eagles. Ready.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Up the middle they go with Gore. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Cowboy 80.
Vic with a give to Sanders. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Now Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Vic's throw hauled in by Washington.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
That's good.
79 Broncos.
1st down, Vic.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Dragon 60. Check, smash,
In motion
check,
comes
smash.
the tight end left.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Vic to the air again.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
70 Ranger.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Hurt. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
They just get the play off. Now Vick connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And quickly they get to the line. In motion right goes Higgins. Now a second down throw for Vick. That's going to be caught by Carmichael for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's get...
They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Higgins goes in motion right.
Hey, Smash.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touch.
Yeah. Back up Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on, stand my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't get money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then about she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.